One day, a young Japanese scientist named Dr. Hiroki Sumi was working in his lab. He was testing hundreds of foods to see if any of them could reduce fibrin levels naturally, and he wasn't happy with his results. Out of sheer boredom, Dr. Sumi decided to test his lunch, and as it happened, his lunch contained nattokinase. He took a small sample of it and dropped it into a petri dish with some fibrin. What he saw next amazed him. Incredibly, the nattokinase dissolved the fibrin samples on contact. In fact, out of 173 different foods tested, nattokinase was by far the most powerful fibrin fighter of them all. And studies show that nattokinase doesn't just work in a lab. It fights out-of-control fibrin in your body, too. You see, clinical studies prove that natto improves blood pressure. In a placebo-controlled study published about hypertension research, scientists looked at the effects of nattokinase on people with problem blood pressure, and the results were impressive. At the beginning of the study, scientists divided 86 volunteers into two groups. One group took nattokinase every day. The other volunteers got a placebo. After 60 days, the nattokinase group's blood pressure went down by an average of 5.5 points. That's a big drop, but the control group's blood pressure stayed the same. And there's evidence natto may not even need a full 60 days to take effect. In another study, volunteers saw an amazing 11% drop in blood pressure after just 2 weeks of using nattokinase. It's amazing. It promotes better circulation. A recent international study confirmed nattokinase's amazing ability to improve circulation. In this study, researchers tested nattokinase on a group of volunteers between 20 and 55 years old. Amazingly, nattokinase improved their ability to dissolve stubborn blood clots by a whopping 48%, and it worked in just 2 hours. That's important because the faster your body can get rid of excess fibrin, the better your circulation. In another study, nattokinase improved blood flow an amazing 62%, and it helped significantly improve arterial health. That's a dynamic duo of blood pressure benefits. It supports optimal blood flow. One of the biggest dangers of runaway fibrin is that it can make your red blood cells clump together. And when you combine that with fibrin's ability to accelerate arterial rust, you've got a recipe for disaster. But a recent study showed that nattokinase can help stop fibrin from clumping blood cells. In this study, scientists found that nattokinase reduced red blood cell clumping in just 30 minutes. That goes a long way toward keeping your blood from getting too thick and sludgy.